Peace and greetings. This is Artis, and this is the Artis Smith Yoga Podcast. So, there's a story of three young novice monks, right? And they are on a trip. They're taking a trip to go see a senior monk who lives in the cave in the Himalayas. So, they're on this journey, and it's an extremely long journey. It takes them a long time to get there. It's arduous. They have to climb up a mountain. It's snowing. It's pretty treacherous. So they finally get to the cave that the Zen master is living in. So right when they come in is the exact time that the Zen master has his middle of the day meal. And so he only eats once a day, and he eats in the middle of the day, and most of the time it's soup. Okay, so just as they're coming in, he's sitting down, and his assistant, the Zen master's assistant, sits down the soup. Right, so he's eating the soup. The monks walk in, they sit down, and they start talking. Hey, we know that you're a Zen master. We want to learn about Zen. We want to know everything there is to know about Zen. We've traveled a long way. Can you teach us? Can you show us Zen? And he didn't say anything. He just continued to eat his soup. And then again, they started with the onslaught. Hey, we are here to learn Zen. We've come a long way. Why are you ignoring us? Please talk to us. We want to know about Zen. And he just keeps eating his soup. And then again, they press him. And then finally, he says, motions to his assistant, and he brings them soup. And so they all have soup in front of them. And they're looking at the soup, and they're like, we didn't come here to eat soup. We came here to learn about Zen. What is this? What is this soup? And so they're like, okay, whatever. So they eat the soup. He's eating the soup, and then he finishes eating the soup, and he looks at them, and he tells them that you are eating your soup, and you're thinking about Zen. You're eating your soup, you're thinking about Zen. You're eating your soup, you're thinking about Zen. I am eating my soup. This is Zen. So, what is he saying? What is this story telling us? It's talking about one of the things that I like to touch on, one of the things that I like to talk about, and it's the yogic touch, right? It's about approaching everything with a meaningful and mindful approach. There, um, there's a when I worked in haute cuisine, when I worked in fine dining in the fine dining field, a lot the dishwashers were some of the most um, mindful people that I would come across. Being the fact that the dishwasher had to handle these plates, and when you're in that type of establishment and you're washing dishes and you're handling these extremely expensive plates, moving things, you move with mindfulness. They would place the plates one on top of the other, and you can hear it in the kitchen, because in a lot of these fine dining haute cuisine kitchens, there's no radio, there's no talking unless the chef is talking. So all you hear in the background is a little cling clang, plates, uh, the spoon maybe touching the side of the inside of a pot. I mean, all of these little sounds, and it's because the dishwasher or the reason why it's not extremely loud clanging of plates is because the dishwasher very carefully places things. And pretty much that's how everybody in a haute cuisine fine dining restaurant, a lot of these restaurants, that's how they move. Everything is mindful. It's what it's and it's also like one of my teachers, he calls it economy of motion. You're not taking any extra steps. You're getting from point A to point B without going all around the corner, right? You're going straight there. You're not wasting energy and you're not wasting time, okay? And you're moving with care. When you move strictly A to B, you can take that care. You can be mindful of your movement. Your movement can be pretty much everything that's on your mind if you're not taking any extra steps, if you're not trying to do anything extra. Okay, you're just focused on the movement, right? You're focused on the thing. And so, right, what it's telling us is that you do and you handle everything. The Zen master is telling us you handle everything as if it is part of your spiritual practice, whatever it is, right? I like to, I equate this to, again, the yogic touch. Every movement is a mindful movement. You're in the zone. You're focused in on what you're doing at that particular moment. There isn't there aren't many other distractions going on in your mind. Your main focus is what's going on. I like this little saying, the main you keep the main thing, right? So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. You can leave a message or a comment, and I'll be glad to address those, possibly in another video, or of course I'll directly comment on the question. So until then, my friends, peace.